All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. We are out here. We are fixing to block up a little bit of this wood. We only have enough oil for about three saw runs or whatever, and it'll get just about a cord of wood per run. Somebody was asking me the different what it would do and all that. Maybe they're thinking about moving out here. Or they just never run a saw. Is But it'll get about a quarter wood of this pine. Everything's different. Like hardwood back home is much harder on a saw than this. Is this? I have another chain that I just use for hard trash, like if there's a dirty bark. But this pine, the way they harvest it, hardly ever does it get muddy or dirty. And but do I use the one chain? No, I have a special crap chain that's missing teeth and all that, for anything that has mud in it. And any time that I see mud coming up in a log, it's like that's my sign to call it a day or whatever, and then I'll swap out the chain and I'll do it again the next day. But I'm pretty faithful. This chain that's on the saw is pretty close to 10 years old. I think it'd been used one time in Arkansas. It was brand new, used once, and if not used, at least sharpened is what I'm trying to get at. But I just found it in the package. I'd bought another chain to put it on and found this one, but this chain has served me well for almost 10 years. So long time in this kind of wood. The more muddy it gets, the more you're going to sharpen it, and the dirtier you're cutting, the more you're going to really hog it when you sharpen it with a file, because it's going to dirty, or it's going to bung up all the teeth. The pine here is soft. It don't do that. Let's get to what else we were going to talk about today. Here's my piles that I got left from last year. Probably, I don't want to drive around too much. I had to start over the video as I was trying to back up the chair, and it was not going today. It just was not going to cooperate. Here's this pile. I'm trying to block it so the sun ain't too much. We're going to shoot again for about this size of a pile this year, and just probably put it over here somewhere. And what else are we going to do? Yeah, I was going to say on the saw, that's the cheapest commercial version that you can buy. Don't ever cheat yourself on a saw. It's just not worth the heartache in the drama and the BS. It's just not worth it. Buy a good saw. Like, am I a fan of steel? No. Will I ever recommend what? No, I will never. I bought steel back in the day when they still slow turned, and they used to come apart, and I had a good-looking little girlfriend, and I used up all her fingernail polish trying to hold that thing together because I didn't have enough Loctite. And it just doesn't work. Steel, to me, is just not a real saw. But I'm not meaning this to anybody else, because there's people that would throw down and fight for those words. And for those people, buy steel. Buy that saw. Buy that chain. Do all the stuff you're going to do, okay? Do I buy steel? No, I don't. I'm Husqvarna. I'm Oregon chain. That's just what I do, okay? I'm not a brand person. I'm not going to, get ugly over my Carhartts or something weird like that. Do I like Carhartt? Oh, yeah, it's a great product. Do I like Husqvarna? Yeah, it's a great product. Do I like Chevy? Great product. John Deere, tremendous product. That little tractor alone, I bought that for a road job that I was doing, about a mile road around a mountain. It was for where we were living. But I needed something to finish the top of the road, and I had a skidder at the time that could do all the hog work. That thing put in about 1,000 hours, not just the road, a lot of other jobs. And so that tractor is literally worth, even at a dead flat rate of 55 or something like that, it's worth $55,000 worth of effort that tractor's given me back, and easy that much. That road alone was worth the price of the tractor, multitudes over, just to surface that road. And But don't ever cheat yourself on good equipment. Don't ever. I mean, like Chevy, that's a good truck. You know, if your budget allows you to replace the vehicle every year, every other year, any vehicle is going to work. If your budget forces you, or your conditions or your work or whatever, forces you to replace the truck every 3 years, every 5 years, well, then you better stick to like a Dodge or a Ford, something that you're going to get at least the warranty out of the vehicle. If you got a, like this one is 30 years old, and still hauling 600 gallons of water at a time, almost 700 gallons, is you couldn't ask for a more truck than that. And there's not a leak anywhere on it. I mean, I don't want to go over there and like show it off or nothing like that. But there's no leaks, there's no runs, no errors. I mean, it's just a good old solid truck that you're going to get 20, 30 years out of. That's only Chevy. And I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care how fanatical you are about your brand or about your whatever. It's just the truth. I mean, is Ford and is Dodge the cheapest way to go? You damn straight it is. And is it good for 3 to 5 years? You betcha it is. But if you're going to go any farther than that, then no, you don't want nothing like Ford, where you're going to have to figure out ways to fix the parts or to fix the vehicle for the parts that they don't make anymore. That what do they call it? Planned obsolescence. I learned that from a Ford, and when I found that out, I was so pissed. Everything, I had an old ton truck, Ford ton truck, and there was like four. It was bigger, longer than this. It was a flatbed. It was hauling for like feed or something like that. A farm flatbed is what I'm trying to get at. But it had 4 U-joints in it, 4 carrier joints. Every single one was a different U-joint. And like 3 of them they didn't make anymore. So I'm just telling you, you do however you want to do when it comes to trucks, vehicles, or whatever. I mean, you can you can pound your chest and act like, all that. I'm old. I've been around. I know what I've owned in my life, in which I've trashed and put into the junkyard, and I know what I still own and still runs. I mean, so is what is. Okay, and back to this long drawn out. Sorry, and I'm kind of talking to my kids when I'm talking about Chevys and John Deere and all that. And like I said, like Mahindra, if you only had one hole to dig, and that's all you were ever going to dig, and the tractor only had to last until next year. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, is fine. Buy any cheap little tractor that you can get a hold of. If you need a tractor, I bought that in '82, or no, it's brand new. It had 2 hours on it. Dang, I don't remember when I bought that. 80 something though. It wasn't 82. It's physically an 82. It just didn't sell. It was a couple years old when I bought it. It had 2 hours on it, and but a dandy little tractor. They were tired of standards, and that's a little standard tractor. Full hydraulics on the back, but standard shift, and everybody was looking for the automatic transmissions at 4 and 4, 8 and 8, or whatever it was. And this doesn't have that. This is just standard just a little like a orchard tractor, something like that. Worked really well for that kind of application, and because it has the full hydraulic everything on the box blade, it even rotates the teeth down. So it's a handy little dude. I don't remember where I was going with that, y'all. But buy good equipment and then fix it up and do it right. I mean, do it like you need to. Is okay. Well, I'm just jabbering. That's all. I'm going to cut this one and we're going to let it go. And I think we're still recording. I can't tell. To be honest, I can't tell. We're going to cut up some wood, and we might bump it up and show you what we got. Show you the pile of wood when we're done. All right. Talk to you then. Bye.